Hey guys, it's me, Charmise, aka Professor Mo, and I'm back with another lesson for our public speaking series. Today is lesson 10, and we are talking about rushing through your speech. I think it's important to talk about this specifically because I have seen students who I know speak really well get in front of an audience, and unfortunately, nerves take over and then they speed through their speech. So, from an instructor standpoint, I would assume there's a time requirement, and you miss your entire time requirement when you rush through a speech. I'll give you an example. If your speech is supposed to be 5 minutes, to further illustrate my point of rushing, I've had 5 minute speeches be like around 2 minutes because a student has rushed through it. So today I just want to briefly talk about pacing yourself and avoiding rushing through your speech. Nerves are a natural thing. Nerves can take over your body. Nerves can get into your brain, and then you just want to get the speech over. So you turn the speed into overdrive. And unfortunately, while you are getting your speech over with, you are preventing the audience from really making a connection with you. And also you're preventing the audience from hearing the information that you are sharing, because at that point, what you're saying doesn't matter. You've picked up the pace and everybody's looking at you like, what are you doing? What did you say? So it's really important to avoid rushing through a speech. And as you are preparing the information that you plan to share, practicing is going to be clutch, because you can kind of get more acclimated with the information that you plan to share, and you can try to, channel your nerves when you get in front of the audience. But when you get in front of the audience, it is important to breathe, and it is important to try to continue to execute your speech. So, in knowing that nerves make you rush, it really matters, in my opinion, it matters how you prepare your speech. Because if you're confident in the information that you are sharing and you're passionate about the topic that you're speaking on, you really shouldn't have an issue with nerves for that long. One of the things that I recommend is finding somewhere to look other than directly at the audience. I mentioned before, one of the spaces that I look is the bridge of the nose of many people, because that gives the illusion that you're making it a connection with eyes. But if you find one space to look at, I'm looking directly at a wall, and then I'm gonna scan the room. I'm not looking at anyone in particular, but I'm still able to execute my speech. And hopefully, in the midst of scanning the room, you might find a friendly face, a comfortable face that you can make a couple seconds of an eye contact with. But nerves really can ruin the execution of a speech. So proper preparation will matter. Picking a really good speech topic that you're passionate and knowledgeable will matter. And then just finding your breath and breathing your way through it, and just knowing that you're bound to make some kind of connection, but you may not connect with every single person in the room. I think if you look for the positives, you prepare, you have a little bit of breath work. Oh, I lost my other train of thought. You prepare, you have a good topic, you rehearse, you find your breath, and you have realistic expectations. You really shouldn't have a problem executing your speech. I am an ambivert. I have the gift of gab, but I also have my times where I turn into a very reclusive person and I don't want to talk. So I know sometimes it's hard to say, it's like easier said than done, but if you plan well in advance, you should be able to work through the nerves in a matter of seconds. And if you practice your execution, you run the risk of having a much better time in your speech, and you run the risk of, not a risk, you have the probability of pacing yourself properly so that you can allow the audience to hear the information that you are sharing, that they can make connection with you and things of that nature. So pace yourself. Don't let nerves ruin your speech. I'll see you guys next time.